Disclaimer.
Hello, my name is CJ.0012. If you're seeing this tape, that probably means you've been casted in a half-ass rap battle. These battles, at least in terms of the video, aren't put together like your typical rap battle. They're simply built different, you could say. So the team and I here at CJ Studios have put together this guide to give you, yes you, an easy and concise guide on how they should be filmed.
Don't want to be on camera.
If you wish to not be on camera at all for the video, that's fine. Jacob will simply find your address. Jacob will simply take whichever avatar you typically use, and make them fit the aesthetic of whatever character you're playing, and edit it around in a typical PNG battle fashion. But if at this point you're still comfortable being on camera, there are quite a few factors to be aware of, such as
Framing and angles.
when filming a horror trademark 2003, it's important to have your camera about at eye level and far away enough to show you from around the belly button up, or, somewhere around that. Basically, as long as you're not all up in the viewer's grill. There are two different angles that need to be filmed. One where the camera's directly in front of you, and one where the camera's put diagonally from you. As you can see by this heavily detailed diagram, the placement of the camera is specific and will affect how the video comes out, because if done incorrectly, Jacob will have to horizontally flip the footage, which would take a rather large dump on the continuity of the whole video. At the end of the day, just remember,
If you voice the
shit.
If you voice the first on the mic, put that camera on your right. But if you voice the guy who is next, put that camera on your left.
Background and lighting.
Preferably, it would be best to film in the location that you actually record your vocals in, such as Mr. Tibbs filming at his desk, or Snakebite126 filming in his studio, or Fightmarker filming in his storage closet. This is done to make the video look authentic to a degree. If this cannot be done, though, for whatever reason, then film at a place that you theoretically could record vocals in. As for lighting, you don't need to bring in your big studio lights or anything, although that would be appreciated, because the lights that are in your location that you're filming in already should be fine enough. I made a weird mouth noise, didn't I? Such a solution is only really necessary when your camera and your setup in general looks like you look like a 2009 vlogger.
Acting.
A rather new edition of the HARP formula, hence why I'm telling it to you in the form of a voiceover, is both actors showing themselves preparing to record by getting in frame with their mic, adjusting their headphones, that kind of thing. There isn't really any reason to fake something like this, so you could just have it be the actual footage of you actually hitting play on the song and moving into frame. For example, if we had implemented this for Xbox Connect vs Virtual Boy, it would have looked like this.
Yo, is this my competition?
If there's any specific actions or movements that Jake wants you to do for a specific line, he will specify it to you in a message or perhaps a whole Google Doc. Otherwise, you could just do wraparounds, I don't know. Also, don't worry about getting the lip sync perfect for the entire verse.
They might find some treat for you to worship and watch die.
Jacob is gonna splice up the footage anyways. As long as there's 1 or 2 solid clips for every line, we'll be fine. The most important part of this section is that Jacob is gonna need 2 to 3 solid takes of the verse from both angles, even if a couple lines somewhere in there get a little messed up. Bonus tip. While you're usually meant to face away from the camera in the diagonal view, turning your head for points of emphasis does make for some cool edits.
Costumes.
The key to making the perfect half-assed costume is not really making a costume at all. You want to wear something that represents the style or color scheme of the character without full-on cosplaying as them. For example, Wario Apparition. It was just a yellowish Hawaiian shirt and a Wu-Tang hat, both of which Tibbs already owned. It's pretty simple, but it still envelops the spirit of the character. And then, same battle, with Uganda Knuckles. Jacob's really good at keeping up with the trends. He's just red with a bit of whiteness in the middle, so Jacob just got a white shirt he already owned and put a red hoodie he already owned on top of it. So essentially,
Don't buy a whole ass costume, just make the colors match, red, green, or blue. There's no need for an elaborate fit, just wear normal clothes, you piece of shit.
shirts that you find in your closet will work just fine. However, if there is a super iconic accessory of the character, then it wouldn't hurt to have something to represent it. For example, Jacob taping a number 1 on a baseball cap for Smitty, or Snakebite tying a white shirt around his neck for Bowser Jr. Basically, if you're playing a character like Yoshi or something, please don't feel the need to buy something like this.
Miscellaneous.
For the love of cock and semen, have your mic with you, you little fuck. It's preferred that you have your microphone with you during filming, whether in your hand or on a stand of some kind. You want it to look like you're recording your vocals live on camera. In the likely case you need to take a separate picture for the thumbnail, Jacob will send you a mock-up thumbnail, which is just him doing the poses that he wants the actors to be doing. For the sake of convenience, it'd be best if you send a picture of your costume, and if it's your first half-ass, your whole setup in general, to Jacob. This is a cautionary measure, just in case you film something that ends up looking not good, and that will either end with the video not looking good, or Jacob feeling bad when asking you to refilm. And also, of course, there'd be the inconvenience of you having to refilm. I don't know why I forgot to mention that on camera, but that's also a problem. And finally, if it's not too inconvenient,
Come on, man, don't be a party pooper. Send Jacob any accidental bloopers. And if you're worried about looking like a fool, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's all in good fun. Plus, the bloopers don't like get as many views as the actual battle, so it's whatever.
This includes this instructional tape on how to film a half-ass rap battle. Thank you for taking the time to watch this and for agreeing to be in a half-ass rap battle in general. Next time, we're going to discuss future matchups for a quarter-ass rap battle.